Hey, I did some Led Zeppelin, Dread Zeppelin the other day, and I was searching around like, well, what other albums have they done? Because somebody in the comments said, oh yeah, they got a ton of albums out, or they don't, or no. I think he said, oh, they don't have they didn't hardly do anything. Well, whatever it was, the statement made me go out and search around to see, well, what have they been doing lately, or are they even still together anymore? Anyway, I discovered a couple of albums, and one of them was called the first album was Unleaded, and this album is Releaded. So I said, okay, well, let me listen to that. And it was a lot of the songs they did on the Unleaded redone. And I started listening to a couple, and at first I was like, oh man, what have they done? But I listened to a couple songs, and it was like, cool. I like what they did to this. This is very cool. So I'm going to do 3 songs off of this album on a Releaded, and they are Rock and Roll. They're all Led Zeppelin songs. Heartbreaker and Going to California. Now, if you know those songs in Dread Zeppelin's versions, but you haven't heard this, it's very cool. Give it a minute. He kind of even calms his vocals down a little bit, and it's just completely redone, Releaded, I tell you. So we're going to listen to Rock and Roll first, and let me know what you think. I think it's cool. I think they really did a great job of doing them over again. I mean, they're doing a cover song to start with in the first album, and now they're covering their own, kind of essentially covering their own covers, if you will. Rock and Roll. A very cool. Don't you love the cover? Right? So very different. I almost wouldn't know it was them if I didn't know. His voice is, he's not so trying to be Elvis, it seems. He is, but it's not that exaggerated Elvis he did. And they're just a cool song in their own right, you know? Just a great sound. Cool bass. So there you have it, Rock and Roll as our first selection on the Releaded album. And now Heartbreaker. Now this is cool. This is a cool, if you know the Heartbreaker, Dread Zeppelin's Heartbreaker version, this is like completely twisted and turned around into a very cool song, if I remember right. Wah. So there it is, Heartbreaker. Very cool, right? This is just a whole new redoing of it. Reletting of it. Yeah, I totally thought that. At first, when I first listened to them, I was like, what are they doing? But it took me a listen, and I was like, yeah, this is cool. I like it. I like what they did. I like what they did the first time, but this is just as cool. And the last, but certainly not least, is Going to California. And this is like 10 years after the first album, maybe even more. So, you know, they changed.
Chances on a big jet plane. Never let 'em tell you that they're wrong. The sea was red, the sky was gray. I wonder how tomorrow could ever follow tonight. Can you start to crumble and shake? The children of the sun begin to awake. Go to California. Seems like the wrath of the gods got a punch on the nose and it's starting to flow. I think I might be sinking. Throw me a line if I reach it in time. I'll meet you up there where the path will run straight and high. Find a queen without a king. She plays guitar and cries and sings by a white mare in the footsteps of dawn. Try to find a woman who's never been born. Standing on a hill of the mountain of dreams, telling myself it's not as hard as it seems. Go to California. Someone told me there's a girl out there with love in her eyes and flowers in her hair. Someone told me there's a girl out there with love in her eyes and flowers in her hair.
That bass is really prominent throughout all these songs.
Someone told me there's a girl out there with love in her eyes and flowers in her hair.
You still want to sing it the way you originally knew it.
Told me there's a girl out there with love in her eyes and
Flowers in her hair. So there you have it. Dred Zeppelin reletted doing a redo of the songs they did the first time around. But I dig them. I like them. I like what they did. Very cool. And he definitely has got his voice. He's just not so Elvis, trying to sound Elvis-y, but still has that, you know. He probably just naturally, you know, that's his natural voice, and he just kind of sounds a little bit like Elvis, is my guess. So that's how that happens, and he can just amplify that sound whenever he feels like it. And he can sound like Elvis whenever he wants, mama. All right, there it is, folks. Hope you enjoyed. We will see you on the next one.